Hello, my little valentines. It's Miss Ward. Are you ready to draw Pete the cat with a valentine? I'm going to show you step by step how to do it, okay? So follow along with me. Make sure you're listening, you're watching the video as I do a step so that then you know what to do for your Pete the cat valentine. Okay, first thing, you have your paper and you have your placemat and you have your Sharpie. And your paper should be tall. Remember, that's called portrait style. Just like when you have your portrait made, you sit up nice and tall. That is the way our paper is turned, okay? So the first thing that you're gonna do is to take the bottom of your paper and you're gonna very carefully fold it to the top. Try as best you can to match up your edges. And you're gonna crease it, okay, which means you're gonna rub it on the fold. Okay, and then you're going to unfold it and smooth it back out. Okay, on the video, can you see where my fold is? And you should be able to see your fold as well. Okay, so we've turned our paper back portrait style again, but now it has got a crease in the middle. Okay. Okay. After that, what I need for you to do is to put your finger down at the bottom in the middle. Down at the bottom in the middle, okay? We are going to make a little dot, not at the very, very bottom, come up just a little bit and put a little dot. Okay? Now, let's pretend that this paper stops right here at the crease, okay? So in this space right here, just this space, not the whole paper, but just the bottom half, find the middle of the bottom half and put your finger on it. Find the middle of the bottom half of the paper and put your finger on it, right where mine is. Look at the video if you don't understand. Right in the middle of the bottom half. Okay, I want you to put a dot right there. So that dot should be straight up from that one that we did first. Okay, so that was in the middle. We made a dot and it is straight up from the dot that you did first. Okay, we're going to draw a heart. So what I need for you to do is watch me first. From this dot that's in the middle, not the one down low, but the one in the middle, you're going to draw, and I need for you to go very slowly, but watch me first. You're going to draw a really large curve, kind of like a rainbow line. And then you're going to do one from the dot going to the other side. So we went to the right, and now we're going to do the same thing to the left. Okay, kind of looks like a letter M sort of stretched out. So go ahead and do that. And after that, we're going to take the ends of our M and bring it down to the bottom dot to make our heart. Okay, so if you can look up at the video to see what I'm doing. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to start on the right one first, and I'm going to kind of come around, and I'm going to go all the way to the dot, and I just went under it just a tiny bit, and that's okay. We're going to do the same thing over here. Curve it around and come all the way to the bottom. And that should make a really nice big heart. Okay. After that, we're actually going to jump ahead before we do Pete the cat's body. We're going to do his paws. So right over here on the side of the heart, I want you to draw a really big kind of backward C shape. We're going to do same thing on the other side. These are his paws, like he's holding the heart. And let's give him some little lines to indicate his little toes or his claws. Okay, now we're going to be working in the top half of our paper for a little bit. Okay, so as soon as you're done with your paws, if you will look back up here at the video and let me talk to you about how we're going to start Pete the cat's body. So we're going to draw his headlines first, and that's the side of his head. So over here, and I would say probably 2 finger space away from the side of the paper, I'm just going to make a little mark right there. Okay, so that was 2 fingers away from me. I'm going to do the same thing on this side, put 2 fingers on the edge, make a mark on the inside. Okay, so do you see those 2 marks right there? Okay, that's where our line for the head is going to go. So you're going to start at the fold. Okay, remember the fold is where we had folded it in half. It's where the crease is. You're going to start there and you're going to try to kind of run right into that mark and go up. Okay, so I can see my markers right here. So I'm going to go and run into it, and I'm going to go up, not all the way to the top of the paper, but kind of close. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Start at the crease, and I'm going right under where that mark is made so I can run into it, and go up. And we want these 2 lines to be even. Okay. The next thing I need for you to do is the neck. And so what we're going to do, if you'll watch me first, is we are going to make 2 diagonal lines. If you'll watch my fingers, you can see we're going to make 2 diagonal lines. We're not going to touch. Okay, those 2 diagonal lines are not going to touch because then we'll have to do his body. Okay, so we are going to come about right here and stop, and come about right here and stop. And notice that they're diagonal. They kind of lean down just a little bit. Kind of looks like an L where the bottom line is kind of drooping down. Almost like stick people, legs and feet. Okay. Now, for the body, watch this because this is kind of neat. We're going to make it look like the Valentine is in front of Pete's body. So what you're going to do is we're going to be doing a line that comes through here, but it's not going to cut into the heart, okay? So you're going to draw, and it's going to be diagonal, so it's not straight up and down. It kind of is going back to the right just a little bit, like that. We're going to do this right here on this side, same thing, a little diagonal going out, and then kind of figure out where his body would start. So I'm just kind of going, but I'm not touching the paper with my marker, and I'm going to pick up and I'm going to draw the rest of his body. Pick up down here, draw the rest of his body, and there he is. Whoa, Pete the cat has been eating too many cupcakes. His body got real wide, but that's okay. Okay, so let's finish off the top of his head. So we're going to do ears next. It's a lot of diagonal lines in Pete the cat, so diagonal down and diagonal down. We're going to do a curve to connect. Okay. Pete the cat has a triangle for a nose, but it's an upside down triangle. So in this space right here, not kind of in the middle, but down sort of low, you're going to do a letter V. A letter V. Kind of looks like an owl right now. And then we'll connect to make his upside down triangle nose. Let's go ahead and give him some whiskers. Whiskers are just the little hairs that kind of stick off of cat's cheeks. And then the last thing we're going to do is eyes, okay? So Pete the cat's eyes are really big, and we're going to draw in this space over here. So we'll have an eye here and an eye here. And so what we'll do is we'll draw a really big curve, okay, kind of like a rainbow line, and a really big curve, okay, kind of looks like he's smiling with his eyes closed. We'll do a U shape to connect, and a U shape to connect. Okay, we need to do the inside. So do a nice big U shape on the inside. Same thing on the other eye. And then to finish it off, a V and a V. Okay, and there's our Pete the cat. I would love for you to put your name at the bottom, and I would love for you to write a message inside the heart. Okay, and you are welcome to color this and give this to somebody. You can let this be a Valentine present. So whatever you want to write inside the heart, a message to somebody, is totally up to you. I will put some words up so that you can spell things correctly, and you can see that at the end of the video. Can't wait to see your Pete the cats. I hope they turned out really cute.